At the personal level, when I woke up 10 years ago, I worked with impulses particularly based on 5D consciousness, related to academic research, esoteric research, energy work, and healing. At this time, it was a challenge to present knowledge connected to a 5D horizon, since the 5D space was not very populated. The alternative world with its healing arts, gurus and experts, was mainly populated by people who were breaking out of the 3D encapsulation, moving into 4D, but without a 5D awareness. Furthermore, as we know today, the 4D levels often involved elements of distortion and misleading. You could say that the dark forces worked on distorting the 4D opening, in order to keep the Earth population in a state of non-knowing. This reminds us to be aware that as we ascend, our challenges do increase, when it comes to oppositional forces. The dynamic between ascended people and the potential to move into the pillar of purity, however, has changed drastically during 2016. Today, there is a growing space for exchange, and perhaps even for work at the level of 5D and up, viewing ourselves as 13-dimensional beings. And while having experienced non-distorted openings at these levels, this in fact does open up for the potential of co-creation, which has been inherent in the human DNA all along. This means that, besides from focusing on our individual work of expanding our consciousness, and becoming still more accustomed to our presence in the 13-dimensional body, we need to learn how to coexist with others on this basis. Therefore, it forms an important part of the process to begin to form networks, and to commence the actual process of co-creation from the basis of our present state. The human race is a created race, and it is meant for co-creation both within its own species, but also, and more importantly with Mother Earth, and all of her physical expressions. One of our biggest challenges, thus, is to establish real-life actions towards actually creating and manifesting the changed world that we want, and to becoming able, together with Source and other higher energetic formations, to express multiple different small societies that work from the principles of the living nature. What is 2017 about? 2017 is delivering the potential for moving from our 2016 process into a truer state of presence and being, and into newborn states of co-creation, on the basis of our own process of purification through energetic discernment. This demands of us more than we might realize, however. Co-creation is not just some happy love and light exchange between awakened people, who have no challenges in life. And co-creation is more than our individual process, it is processes that happen in collectives. It concerns mutual alignment, and the actual creation and production of new ways of social interaction that cover all from new forms of leadership and democracy, sociocracy, perhaps, to sustainable and zero-point energy resources. Co-creation is a process that also involves people, who do not have open multidimensional consciousness, however, are heart-based, and intuitively follow the energy upgrades of humanity and Mother Earth. Thus, we must learn to build bridges among us. Furthermore, co-creation forms a process that demands for us to make new syntheses between our earthly heritage, of different forms of knowledge and inventions, that we can mix and synthesize with potentialities of the future, experienced as inspirations. So if we want to participate in processes of co-creation, these processes demand of us to fully accept our physical state, since we have chosen to incarnate on planet Earth, and be physical. And thus we have also chosen to co-create with the physical aspects of Mother Earth. Thereby, not just seeing ourselves, the human species, as the main expression of source energy, having made a split, but also incorporating the art of validating all living creatures, from rocks, to plants, to animals, mountains, lakes and more as expressions of source with individual sovereignty and as sources of learning and communication. Many of us feel that we have come back to our true identity during 2016, after perhaps having had to accommodate too much to the matrix in order to survive. However, we now need to not just talk our truth and walk our truth, but also to form a diversity of external expressions that signify our truth. Feeling and transmitting the waves of creation inside ourselves and outside of ourselves, as a gift to our surroundings, and to Mother Earth. To move into the experience of a higher energetic recycling, where we take in energies, exchange energies, and give back energies, between each other and between ourselves and the planet, in a state that is strongly connected to flow. This state of being and expression leaves a high degree of satisfaction within us. And this satisfaction we can use, while having to deal with living in a split world, where the bifurcation of energies becomes ever clearer. The Great Challenge. So not only do we need to open ourselves to the challenges of integrating ourselves at large horizons of time,